From the Newsroom at news.com.au.
The head of the World Health Organization says early data indicates that the Omicron variant could be milder than Delta, but may more easily reinfect people who've already had the virus or been vaccinated. Meanwhile, Pfizer has said that 3 doses of its vaccine are effective against the Omicron variant, and the German company has also promised an Omicron-specific jab by March. To Queensland now, a 75-year-old woman has died after her vehicle became submerged in floodwaters in Brisbane's west last night. Police responded to calls at around 4:30 p.m. of a sedan being swept off a street in Pullenvale into a nearby creek. After an extensive search, the woman was found dead inside the vehicle. To the US now, a woman testified at the sex trafficking trial of Ghislaine Maxwell that she was just 14 years old when the British socialite began arranging for her to give massages to Jeffrey Epstein, which always ended in sexual activity. The woman said she was usually paid $300 after the encounters with Epstein, often by Maxwell herself. Maxwell is accused of grooming underage girls to be exploited by her long-term partner Epstein. She's pleaded not guilty to 6 counts of enticing and transporting minors for sex. Moving on to sport now, Serena Williams has pulled out of next year's Australian Open. The 40-year-old has been battling a hamstring injury and said she's not where she needs to be physically to compete. Meanwhile, world number 1 Novak Djokovic has officially entered the tournament, but whether he gets the green light to play remains unclear. Djokovic is refusing to reveal his vaccination status, and the Victorian government has made it clear all players must be vaccinated in order to take part in the tournament. To showbiz, the AACTA Awards were on in Sydney last night. ABC show The Newsreader led the pack for TV awards with 5 wins, and Newsroom took out the major categories for film. There were plenty of A-list stars in attendance, including Rebel Wilson, who cracked up the crowd when she spoke about the first time she met Russell Crowe.
I was a young actor. I was like 19, and he was sitting there having dinner with Nicole Kidman at STC, and I was like, oh my God. And I went up to them, and I was like really nervous, and he turned to me, and he looked me right in the eyes, and he just said, off.
And finally, Jennifer Lawrence has revealed that shooting a particular scene with Leonardo DiCaprio and Timothée Chalamet was the most annoying day of her life. The trio star in the upcoming Netflix film Don't Look Up, they spent a day filming a scene inside a car which J-Law found particularly punishing.
They drove me crazy that day. I don't know what it was. Timothy was just excited to be like out of the house. I think it was like his first scene, and Leo was like had picked the song that was playing in the car and was just like, this song was about, blah blah blah. I don't know. I just remember being in absolute misery that day.
The movie will be released on Netflix on December 24.
Follow or subscribe to From the Newsroom wherever you get your podcasts.